And I'm gonna get Class 2 gases.
Yeah, it was Railway Empire.
Ah, it was railway. Okay. But yeah, so that type of empire game, I might see if I can do one of them when we expand. I've wanted to play The Sims, as I've said. We tried Subnautica, but maybe not. We tried Minecraft, maybe bring that back. But again, with Minecraft is so overdone that although I enjoy playing it, I'm just right down at the bottom of nobody's. Are we going on another trip? Ooh. It's how are you guys for time?
Yeah, I'm alright at the moment.
Yeah, I'm alright for a moment.
Should we see if we can do a short trip?
Yeah.
So we are currently here in Luxembourg. Let me see, what have we got that's a reasonable type of length?
What about something about going back to the UK?
Well, I've actually got Cardiff, which has come up as my most expensive job.
Oh, we'll go there then. Thank you.
What about you guys?
I've got one to Cardiff.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm fine.
CK?
So I'm just looking. I'll let you know in a sec.
I've got Swansea.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, just go with those then, guys.
Right, let's go.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll have something similar.
I'm taking soya milk.
Somebody has to.
Yeah, indeed. Flying Scotsman's got Brussels or Rotterdam. For you, you're not sure about The Sims. You believe some Minecraft servers are having major issues right now. I wouldn't do it on a server though, Ben. I'd do it single player.
Oh, my job's gone.
Oh no.
Alright, well, there's one coming up for Swansea. Oh, well, I'll do that one.
You can do that one with Nelson then and stop off in Thingy with me. Right, I'm gonna head towards the spanner.
Same as CK, everybody's here. This is not good, lads. Come on.
You're all gonna have the same trailer.
Yeah. This is taking the mickey.
Well,
That's alright.
maybe they've got a lot of the stuff that needs to go to Swansea. What other games have I got? I've actually got a game that I bought ages ago and never completed. It's Hotel Giant. It's a bit like, you remember Theme Hospital?
Yeah.
But it's set in hotels and the graphics are better. It's actually quite a good game when you get into it.
We can just pretend we're taking small space rockets, scabbed.
Yeah, true.
They look like little space rockets.
Oh, I've gone the wrong way.
Traffic Giant's a good one.
Traffic Giant, what's that?
It's the same as Hotel Giant, but it's all to do with like roadworks and how to get the traffic flowing and things like that.
Okay, that sounds quite interesting.
Oh, there's another one called Cities in Motion.
And
That's a good one as well.
I'd also have to have a dig through some of my older games and see what I could find. I used to have one called Airline Tycoon Deluxe Edition, Airline Tycoon 2 Deluxe. That was a good game. Have I ever played Transport Tycoon? I've played the is it TTD? Open TTD. I've got that on here actually.
What about Locomotion? Have you played that?
Nope.
That'll be a good one to do.
Let me actually see if I can get to my desktop folder and I can tell you some, not all, but some of the games I've got. I used to play Napoleon Total War as well, but only ever battles with ships. Right, let me go to that. And
What about something like Age of Empires?
oh, I loved Age of Empires.
Ah.
I was actually a bigger fan of Settlers 3. If anybody,
I do.
if anybody remembers that game.
You're trapped.
SimCity.
Yeah, you spread that.
I've got SimCity, the Millennium Edition, and I seem to have SimCity 3000 UK Edition as well on here. I don't know if it works. Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, good one.
I've got that somewhere. CK's blocking Scotsman in.
Oh.
Oh, is that because that's not a road? Okay.
He's only just realised.
Ben, I'm very well, thank you, and as is the crew here. We're all very well. I hope you are now recovering.
Cities. I know. City Skylines would interest you, Ben. Heading towards Cardiff. Yes. Done that one. Locomotion is multiplayer. Oh, I've never heard.
Here we go.
I've never heard of Locomotion.
Oh, it's a good game. Good game.
I seem to remember playing Transport Tycoon Deluxe Sprinters in the late 90s. Settlers Rise of an Empire. No, Settlers 3 was the best.
Yeah.
Settlers 3. Scotsman, we're heading towards Cardiff. Is everybody here?
Oh, Age of Empires 2. That's a good one. King of Kings.
No, Age of Empires 3.
Oh, yeah.
Would any of you like me to see if I can dig out some heritage games like that and play some of them? Theme Hospital, Theme Park World. Right, I don't know where Gavd is, but we're leaving him behind as normal.
I'm outside Luxembourg.
What are you doing? We're waiting for you at the normal waiting for you place.
Nah. I wanted to get out of there.
Oh, I've discovered a recruitment agency as well.
And you're coming the same way anyway, so I'm alright.
Right, I'm going to go a different way.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, I see it. No, you can't be doing this.
Are we meeting you in Calais then?
No. I mean, I'll obviously just go a different way, but...
Why don't we have a race then?
Because I'm going to damage the truck.
We've got the same trailers.
Yeah, but I'm not racing.
I'm going to go
I don't
to...
mean you, Captain.
I'm going to go to Roscoff.
You're going to go to Roscoff?
Then get a ferry over to Plymouth and then go up to Swansea and Cardiff from there.
Oh, okay.
Right, okay. Yeah, check the map. You good now?
Locomotion is multiplayer according to the Steam page. I might have to have a look into that one then, Chris.
And I'm coming by.
Theme Hospital, cool, if OBS doesn't spit its dummy out.
Right, okay, CK, we'll have a race then.
Well, it runs on DirectX, so OBS should be fine
I'm
with
not
it.
racing, I just thought I'd try the
Cool.
route just to see.
Come on, CK.
No races for me.
Oh,
Sprinter is another version of Locomotion because you've never known it to be multiplayer.
How many miles did it say you've got, CptnJenks?
Miles to 520.
Wow. Okay.
How many miles does it say you've got, CK?
Nearly 900.
What about you? What?
and I've got 547, so yeah.
So
beat you.
Bearing in mind you two are on the same job.
Me, CK, and Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got an external contract, so I'm only limited to 55.
Yeah, same as me. Same
I'm
as
just,
Nelson.
I'm just trying to clarify, just so that we all know that I can't zoom off at 100 mile an hour. That's all.
Come on, CK, we've got to have this race. Come on.
Well, I'm just going to go at the fastest speed. I just want to see how it is. That's all.
Yeah, but if you're going via Roscoff and
Yeah.
we're going via Calais,
Yeah.
you still got the longest. But then again, you haven't because you include the ferry as well.
I know. That's what I wanted to see.
Mhm.
So-
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Right.
So yeah, I have been thinking a little bit about what I would play next if we added a game into the roster. Because one of the things that I'm keen to get away from is being like a copy of Match Channel as well. Because at the moment we do trucking, we do trains. All that we need is farming, and we're basically Matt Pedleston #2.
But how often does Matt do trucks though?
Once a week.
Does he?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And it's not that, you know, the setup that we've got is bothering me, because at the end of the day this is how we're doing it and the times that we're able to. But it's just if we added another game, it's not going to be farming.
No, don't do farming. I
It's-
can't stand farming.
Oh no, we don't. No.
Yeah, so must have put up with farming.
No.
Every aspect of Nelly Nelson's life got farming involved in it.
No, not farming.
Stuck behind a tractor. Nelson, if we do farming, I'm going to get a little red van for you to drive around in
Then we
between
drive around like, yeah, just like
between the
real life,
villages.
back behind the tractor.
Yeah, get the village map with the car park. That's what I might do next time I
Well, that's you.
drive free roam.
Yeah, this is me. That's you.
Yeah.
You're pushing me onto the hard shoulder, Gavd. Wait until your trailer clears before you come over, please. Sorry, CK.
No, I was just saying, you know, it's an idea what I could do for like inside like a free roam scenario, like I did before with a truck line up sideways on a motorway bridge. You could like have a village pub by the railway line with like the post office van in the car park with a crowd of people gathered around it. If they're waiting for that, you know. For that.
I wonder what type of scenes you can actually make in Train Sim. Whether you could have like a car upside down on fire.
Well, as long as there's an asset somewhere.
Yeah, there is.
I
You just
mean, if you've got one.
you just put in a normal car, but rotate it so it's upside down on its roof.
Yeah, I know, but then you obviously just need to find something that's got flames in it somewhere, and maybe just put it inside the car.
There's loads. You've got big flames, little flames, smoke flames, red smoke, black smoke.
I mean, I've seen a scenario, for example, where you went past and there was like a warehouse on fire.
Well, we did one on stream whereby you went past and there was a person who'd fallen off the bridge.
And then there's always that skip on the Portsmouth Direct Line that's always on fire.
Yep.
Every time you go past it, it's like, haven't they put that fire out yet? It's been going there since the route came out.
Mr. Rogers wants me to play multiplayer Doom. I have never played Doom in my life.
Oh, Doom, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I don't tend to go in for the horror games.
What about The Sims?
Yeah, we were saying about The Sims. Mr. Harrison doesn't think Sims is a good idea. But The Sims is one of those. I kind of enjoy it. It's definitely more of a Mrs. Jenks type of game.
Yeah.
And any updates I get, I tend to get for her more than for me.
What about Command and Conqueror or Red Alert?
I don't have either of them. But again, that's more like your Age of Empires type of game, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one I used to play. I think it was called Total Annihilation Kingdoms. I wouldn't mind having a go at that again. I'm gonna have to see if I can find my old games folder and see what I have and haven't got. Because I've got quite a lot of stuff in there that I wouldn't mind getting out again. Maybe we should do that, like when I'm on school holidays.
Yeah.
And I do a day stream. Maybe have a couple of retro games.
Hmm.
You like playing it, but not sure on watching it. Well, everyone has their own preferences, don't they, Ben? There's some games that I like playing, but I find it incredibly boring to watch. There's some games that I like watching, but I couldn't play them. And then there's some games that you do both. Like,
I think you'd be alright if you did like City Skyline. Then you could create your own little village and put all the mods in and everybody else,
yeah,
or people that's like subscribe to you.
yep. Like we started to do with
Transport Fever.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd also try and do it a little bit like the Sheik does with some of the details and that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I would, rather than let things grow naturally, I'd probably plop them and do the plop the growables and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So as then I'd kind of like be, but then I might do other series whereby I didn't do it that way and we just played it vanilla as it came out the box and see what it came up with.
Yeah, because you can do it without the mods if you want to do it that way. So you just like do it from the basic.
So how about Burnout? I've never heard of Burnout.
Burnout Paradise. Oh.
Oh yeah, I remember Burnout.
EA Games. I'll have to get my my games folder out, see what I've got, and actually see what will still work. Because that's the other thing is what will still work. Because a lot of it's discs, and some of them discs are very old. So some of them probably won't go into the latest computer because I've had them such a long time.
Yeah, a lot of them might be just like Windows 98 compatible and things
Yep.
like that.
I think some of them are XP compatible. I'll tell you something I wouldn't mind playing again, but it's quite long-winded, and it's one of those things that I don't know if I could watch, but I love playing. Have you guys ever heard of the game Myst?
Mhm.
What about that to play?
I don't know, those sort of games aren't really
stream?
my thing though, that's the trouble. But it was a groundbreaking game at the time, I remember.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
Yeah. Because it used all rendered graphics as images and things.
Yep.
I remember.
Yeah, it is.
But that was one of those games that came out that was sort of like showing off, the capabilities of a CD basically.
Yeah.
So everything before that was on discs, and then all of a sudden you could have like all these rendered images because they were all stored on a CD type thing, and the music as well, obviously.
And you got actual people in there doing the voices and the acting and
yeah.
I mean, we take that for standard these days, but
Hmm.
and then there's the sequels as well because there were what 6 of them.
Yeah.
Only one I think I managed to get through fully end to end, solving it all myself. Need for Speed, Burnout. No, I've never heard of Burnout. I'm afraid. InstaSim. EA are giving away games on the house this month. Plants vs Zombies. EA are always giving away Plants vs Zombies, which normally means it's rubbish. Myst, you couldn't get away with it at all. I loved Myst. It's one of those things I could only solve 1 or 2 of the puzzles, but I absolutely adored it.
What about Sonic the Hedgehog or Tomb Raider?
Oh, gosh, it's if I've got them. I think I've got Tomb Raider somewhere, ages and ages ago, but I was never any good at Tomb Raider. The bear always scared me. I was terrible at it as a kid. There was one of the wolves always made me jump, and one of the bears always scared. And I never got onto the bit with the apes and the dinosaurs. Just 'cause I wasn't good enough to get that far. Levels 1 and 2 was about my limit. She's off standing. See, Rogers. You don't bother with zombies games when you have your neighbours next door wailing every Sunday morning because they're hungover. I like that, Sprinter. Lol. Weird on stream, it's sunny. You're right behind you guys, but it's snowing, etc. for you. Oh, have you not? We've all turned off the snow effect, Irascible.
Oh yeah, we have, yeah.
Actually, does that mean Sap is on the map? He
It
said
looks like he is.
he said he's right behind us. So
Oh, isn't it?
welcome, Irascible.
It's really funny. I actually looked to see who was next to me, and I realised you guys are going a different way.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, I just thought, when you said about checking on the radar, I thought, well, yeah, I'll just check. And then I thought, hang on a minute, it's not here.
Let me see if he is. No, he's not here. He's not on the radar. Okay.
Yeah, maybe he's on a different server then.
Maybe.
Then again, he wouldn't know he was right behind you.
You got Command and Conquer. Red Alert.
That is a good game.
Again, never played it. Never played it. I don't know. I was never any good at that type of game. Even Age of Empires, I wasn't overly good at it. I was good at Settlers. The way that I do things on Settlers worked, but I always played the long game. So I would wait absolutely ages and make such a vast army that I would be able to go in and wipe everything out.
That's what I used to do on Age of Empires, King of Kings. I would exactly do the same, yeah.
You just sit and, especially when you're in multiplayer, you just build your defences and then build a huge army inside and let everybody else fight it out between themselves. There's less for you to go and conquer. There was one I saw, was it on Steam or on one of the gift websites that I was looking at today, that was Police Simulator.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those around, isn't there? There's like one for German Autobahn, like the Autobahn Police Simulator and things.
Do you actually get to go and arrest people?
I think so.
What about Crazy Taxi? I used to love that game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
I remember playing that first of all in the arcade when it came out there, and then it came out like for the consoles and things like the Sega Dreamcast and things. I think it was.
I'd be good at that type of game.
I used to like Outrun and Outrun 2.
Oh yeah, Outrun. I used to love that in the arcades with the music and everything. I used to love it.
Yeah.
And then in our arcade we used to have like a sit-down version of Outrun where the car used to like go up and down and move left and right and sat in it. That was really cool.
Right,
Those sort of games.
We're coming onto the train now.
It's like hard driving as well.
I used to like that. Yeah, I used to love
It's
that.
like a 3D simulator of you driving around, and you used to sit in like a thing of a car with the steering wheel and everything.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then do the loop track, stunt track if you wanted to.
What,
I remember that when it came out for the PC.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Sappy. Sappy's behind me.
I used to have a bike game. Can't quite remember what it was called, but it was like a road racer thing, and you were on bikes. But
Like Road Rash.
People.
Say that again, CK.
Was it?
Well, did you have to like hit people as you went past them?
Yeah, you'd pick up like bottles and stuff and then hit them with
Yeah, I
it.
think that was Road Rash, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, it was,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, Saki, you're not getting behind in front of me. Stay behind.
And there was a super bikes one as well that I used to.
Yeah, that might have been Hang On, maybe.
Oh, that was a good game, yeah. So hang on, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's quite a few of them that. There it is. Now that Nelson's moved, we can move. We're going to Folkestone. Let's go.
Oh, you on the train already? Awesome.
Yeah.
Police simulator. Do you get spat upon and attacked in the game? I have no idea. Right, I'm going to come off this side. Just because it's easy to get off this side. There we go.
That riot will even itself out soon. As soon as I get to Plymouth.
Yeah, you'll be catching back up then.
Because I'm literally driving along the whole coast of the UK at the moment, just across. You get what I mean?
Discover a large, lively and freely accessible US city powered by unreal and US criminals. Investigate. Oh, okay. Record traffic incidents, search for some vehicle. There's also 2-player co-op. Ooh.
Ooh.
Is that a shop simulator then? 2-player co-op. One does the deal and the other one's the customer.
Nelson, perfect game for me and you, yeah?
Well, co-op's a swear word, isn't it? 'Cause there's one being built just
Oh.
miles away from us.
I'm sorry now, Sam.
So it's a bit of a
Sore point.
very sore point. Yeah, they are definitely not my favourite.
They're not honestly cooperating.
It's been going on for 7 years, and we've been to planning meetings. They've had plans turned down, and there's been some awful stuff going on. They've got it approved now, and it's pretty much just the plans that originally turned down. It's a disgrace how these companies can get away. So yeah, Co-op, the eco-friendly supermarket, they're not very eco-friendly with me.
Oh.
No. It is that they've got the money to do what they want.
I actually went to one of the I don't know whether anyone's ever been to one of these actual planning meetings when they get referred to to the councils. I felt like I actually stood up and spoke against it. I felt like I was in court.
Yeah.
All the senior councillors stood there and they gave me my 2 minutes to talk and be questioned.
Yeah.
It's just the most bizarre thing. And actually, one of the councillors actually agreed with me and the other people that he said, "Do you know what?" He said, "There's money changed hands on this."
Yep.
That's one of the councillors admitting that it was just so dodgy. It's been built on the crossroads that we have out of the village.
Right.
A source of accidents all the time. And they're building this co-op store in what used to be an old pub.
Oh.
Yeah.
And no, there's some very dodgy dealings, and it's made me a little bit. It's put me off a little bit of running my own business and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it's very, very biased against those that have got the money.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you're a little fish in a big pond, and
Absolutely, I'm irrelevant to them.
The sharks don't care.
No, they don't. Since they've had plans built, do you know what? I've had every inspector that you can think of, whether it's post office, whether it's Camelot, whether it's health and hygiene and stuff. I've all been in to look at my shop. Now that is one hell of a coincidence. In 9 years, I've had no one come into my shop and do anything. And then the second they get approved, they've said, I'm sure they've had people come in just to try and just badmouth and get stuff taken out the shop, because they may not get the lottery, you see, because they're restricted. They certainly won't get the post office.
Yeah.
But they've tried all sorts of dirty tricks, and I know they're behind it. And my accountant knows they're behind it. He said it's quite common for them to do it.
Have you guys all gone and left me, or have I left you?
I think we might have left you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we've left you.
I've got 2:15.
Oh no, I've got 2:33.
Yeah, you're going further than me.
I'm going further, aren't I?
Yeah, you're going about 30 miles further.
Yeah. So now I think we've left you a little bit.
It's the same. You could use typical 90s. So they're talking about police simulator. We have tasers, and it's based in the US, so you wouldn't know. You'd say to them, "That's your lottery, mate."
Yeah.
I hope that things work out for you then, Nelson.
Flying! Get out of the way!
They've got a fight on their hand. I don't back down easily.
And then crash! Stay out of the way!
I think everybody in chat should go to Nelsam's shop rather than to Co-op.
Yeah.
Everybody in chat should stop using Co-op from here on out.
Yeah, just go to Nelson's shop.
No matter where you are in the world, Scotsman, even you over there in Canada, can come across and buy everything that you need from Nelsam's shop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if Nelson had a website, it would be more interesting.
Yeah, but then he's got to pay shipping fees and...
Oh, yeah, true.
We're trying to save his business and,
increase my costs.
and increase his profits, not his costs.
I mean, it's bad enough. He doesn't want to drive around the country delivering.
That'll send their tracking off the blooming scale, won't it?
Yeah.
Where did you go with that band today?
Yeah,
I've been to Scotland, I've been to Ireland, I've been everywhere.
It's like a ship. Oh, it's just going on across Atlantic to the Flying Scotsman.
A bit of a hike to his shop. Indeed, Globbits, but we've got to stick together. Got to stick together.
Oh no, I'm almost out of fuel. Again.
Actually, I'm almost out of fuel again.
How many miles have you got, CK?
522.
198.
I've got 180.
So I'll see you later, CK.
Right, another loan installment's been paid, which means that we should finish this this stream up in the cash as well.
Oh.
Because I got 18 grand on the last one. I've probably now paid 15, just over 15 grand in loan installments. And I think this is like 12 grand, so that'll leave us.
So I deliver papers, Ben, but I don't deliver. We have tried doing delivery of food before, but it doesn't really work.
What was that? Do you deliver?
Ben's got do you deliver. I mean, we deliver papers of a morning, but home delivery doesn't really work for a small shop.
Do you do lamb, chicken, and fish as well? Night, Jill. Thank you very much for dropping in.
Yeah, night, Jill. Get yourself well soon.
Jill, get yourself some bed rest. Make Chris do all the work for a change, and get yourself better.
Yeah.
And get yourself down the doctors as well, because it's far too long for you to have been that ill. But I hope you get better soon, my friend.
No flying. You stay back. Or
Ben says children behave, referring to you and flying.
I'm a bit far from you. I am Ben indeed.
Yeah, these big giant companies are There's Sappy. You love those Bobby crisps that small shops have.
Bobby's crisps. Oh yeah, we have Bobby's here.
Excuse me, I don't seem to remember Bobby's. Are they like the 10p packs?
They're like an independent company that just do their own range of like crisps, and they're only very similar to like do their own onion rings and
Oh, okay.
stuff like that. But they're that much cheaper. They basically come and deliver to independent stores.
InstaSim says, since you deliver papers, can you deliver him the sun? Because it's freezing cold there in Wales.
I wish.
Thank you, InstaSim. How to turn off snow? It's in Globbits. If you come to the settings here, and then you go to
The cog.
the cog, and then it's an option in there, but you need to come out and come back into the game. Right, I'm running out of fuel. I need a petrol station. They do barbecue bites and bacon crisps.
Oh.
Ooh, barbecue bites sounds good. Right, we're coming off here for Cardiff. So I'm just leaving the M25 now. No, the A31. I don't know. What road am I on, guys?
You've just left the M27.
Oh, was that the M27?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm miles away. I don't think this has worked.
No, I don't. I didn't think it would work either, CK. To be honest
Well.
with you.
It's worth a try.
Yeah, definitely worth a try.
Yeah.
A good try, but it's worth a try.
Yeah.
Right. I need to find a petrol station. If you guys go past the petrol station, please holler.
Yeah, there's one coming up.
If you don't go past the petrol station, please let me know, because I don't think I've got enough fuel to catch up with you. Let alone go beyond.
Oh. No, you should be alright. There's one coming up, don't worry.
Sup on the fumes, little truck. Sup on the fumes. Nelson, are Frazzles and chocolate available?
Yeah, Frazzles, and they do chocolate. They do kiddies, various sort of kiddies sweets and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh.
What about cola bottles, the big ones?
We have
Oh.
Mrs. Nelson used to work for Woolworths, so we
Right.
actually have our own pick and mix.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
Oh.
Yeah, but do you charge like £2 per sweet?
No, we charge 80p for a bag, full bag.
Nice.
Oh.
Right, everybody, pick a mix from Nelsam shop.
Yeah.
Do you have aniseed balls?
We do from time to time. We've got about 12 containers, and we just change the stuff in there.
Is it? Are they like the big old-fashioned sweet containers with a red lid?
No. The kids come in.
Huge big gobstoppers that you lot need.
Hello, Mrs. Nelsam.
Oh no.
Excuse me a second.
The boss has spoken.
She has.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. We've been told off. Mrs. Nelsam style.
She's getting you back for all those times you tell her she's late with the alarm.
Indeed.
Sprint, yes, we do cola bottles.
That was good. Do you have any of the old-fashioned cough candy?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Send some to Jill.
Insta-sim, many of those things I would probably do if I ate all that pick and mix.
Hold on, I'm on the windy bit, so Let's just see him do things. No. Mr. Harrison, I think that was all of us being told off by Mrs. Nelson.
Yeah, I think it was aimed at all of us, Ben.
Does Mrs. Nelson watch occasionally?
She does.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hi, Mrs. Nelson.
I don't think she's watching at the moment. She does.
We really like your presence in the chat, and you run the shot very well, Mrs. Nelson.
Oh, here we go. Preaching now.
It's got to be done sometimes, Gav. It's got to be done.
Yeah, true.
Right, where's this petrol station you promised me?
On the M4.
On the M4. I don't think I'm anywhere near the M4.
No, you will be soon though, because I can see you on the map.
He won't be soon if he runs out.
Exactly. I have no yellow bar left.
Oh, if you press F7, then you'll get fuel anyway.
If I press F7.
Yeah, and it'll cost you a lot of money.
Yeah, boy.
No, that hasn't given me fuel.
I
No,
think you meant like you had to go to the service centre.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not doing that. That's going to cost me loads of money.
And you end up in Cardiff.
Right, I'm on the M4.
No, you're on the M5.
No, I'm on the M4.
I'm on the M4.
It's
I've
just-
not seen you come past.
It's just said M4.
Hmm.
Now I'm going to turn off onto the M5. Oh, I'm missing some chat. Hold on. Hello, Mrs. Nelson. Hello, Mrs. Nelson. You didn't hear, what did she say? She said that we need, that she sells gobstoppers that all of us need. Mr. Harrison whistles innocently. Yes, of course, Mr. Harrison, totally innocent. Yes. I'm coming up to the
See
M4.
now Sam go past.
Hmm.
Right, okay, we're gonna go down. Why are you expecting to see Nelson go past?
Just in case he went off course, and I'm kind of half expecting him to see come past that side of the race.
No sounds beyond flying. I'm way ahead.
And they're all ahead of me.
But Captain, you're finishing in Cardiff, aren't you?
Yeah. Right, I'm now on the M4. Be careful going into Wales, it's full of dodgy Welshmen.
Plenty of sheep.
For some reason, the road layout of the M4. I can't read that. Hold on. Right, I'm going over some bridge now. Is this like the Bristol Channel Bridge thing?
Yeah. Seventh Bridge.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the one. For some reason, I've lost me message now. Right, we're straight on the bridge. Let's stay on the bridge and read. For some reason, the road like the M4 makes you have to go to the M5, then back to the M4 to go to South Wales, which is not very realistic. It's not very realistic.
No.
But stop hurting the barriers. No, I'm not going to stop hurting the barriers.
Oh, I need fuel. Oh no.
I
don't-
still need fuel from this
There's one coming up. There's one coming up now.
invisible petrol station that you told me about.
There's one coming up now. You'll see it.
I've only got 34 miles to go anyway. I'll deliver it on an empty tank.
If you get there.
Well, there is no petrol station now between me and Cardiff.
there is.
There isn't. And I can guarantee it.
Why have you just? Oh, I know which way you've gone.
Because I've come off
Yeah,
the motorway.
yeah, it's in between them two junctions. Ah, flying's disappeared.
Maybe he's gone flying.
Hmm.
Right.
I'm still in France.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I failed.
I've got a feeling, CK, that you could be in Swansea.
Me? No.
Yeah,
Why do you think that?
because the way I'm not getting liking this.
Oh.
Hmm.
Mr. Harrison's waiting for my truck to sputter and cough. So the stream went offline for a couple of seconds. Did that happen for anybody else?
Don't think so. Seems alright for me.
It actually.
Yeah, seem alright for me.
Mine hasn't paused yet either, so I'm still up to date. Right, we're coming past the quarry at Cardiff. Keep sipping, little truck, keep sipping. Oh, I think I've seen that. I'm going to go back over the motorway and I can see the petrol station now. It's down there. I'm going too fast to show it to you properly. Right, I see my flag. We're going to get there. We're going to do it. Flying Scotsman says he's at Cardiff. It could be Twitch though. Could be Twitch being twitchy. You think it was an internet? Oh, okay. InstaSim reckons it might be his end.
Oh,
Right, we're coming into Cardiff. Move that up out of the way. It seems to be knocking on something. Right. In we go.
am I the only person here?
Yeah, because you raced ahead of Nelsam.
Wow, I'm in Swansea already.
Yeah, and we're all in Cardiff.
I haven't even got there far. CK.
Well, I say we're all in Cardiff.
Sorry, CK, I didn't mean.
Right. I mean, I'm in Cardiff with whoever's coming round behind me.
Be flying.
I don't know, and I can't remember. It's that button. There's flying. And there is Nilsam. No, irascible. Right, I'm going to have to go around again because I've not lined that up very well.
Yes, get in.
Right, that's a bit better. Let's now get that lined up. And in and stop. Oh, missed it. There we go. Right. You're waiting at the repair place. Okay, well that actually ends the stream, Scotsman. Job completed reasonable. How much money did we get? 9 grand. Apparently I'm a professional now. Ooh. Right. How much money have we got in the bank now? 26 grand. Woohoo. We haven't got a loan that we can repay off yet. And if we get another one, we're not going to pay off any other. Excuse me. Because that's the other way to do it, is to make your loans smaller by getting new loans. So, yeah. But I'd need to be down quite a bit on a couple of them. Because you consolidate the 3 into 2. But I need... Yeah. How much have we got? 17, isn't it? 3 17s are 40 something. 46. No, more than that. 51. 51.
Wow.
So when we paid off another couple of repayments, we'll do our little shuffle again and get that down to 2 loans by taking out 2 new ones and paying off the old ones, and then we'll have even smaller repayments and we'll get that scene off in no time. Right, that brings us to the end of the stream. Do we want to save and quit? Yes, we do.